Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our 2019 Darien High School Spring Choral Concert. I thank you for supporting our music students and our choral program at Darien High School. I'm Rick Sadlin, the Director of Music for the Darien Public Schools. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of our students and Mr. Andrade and thank our chaperones for a successful trip to Washington, D.C. over the weekend. They did a great job, and we're so proud of the accomplishments of these students. Yes, definitely deserve a hand. Not only are they great musicians, but they're also were unbelievable representatives of Darien High School in our entire community. So I thank them for that. Yep. After many years of performing music together, some since way back in elementary school, this will be the final formal concert for our wonderful group of seniors. These students have been involved in virtually every aspect of life at Darien High School, achieving great things in academics, athletics, community service. In addition to all of that, they are musicians who have engaged in music making on a very high level, and they've attained the skills necessary for a lifetime of joyful and meaningful participation in music, which is very important to us, and that's one of our main curricular goals of our entire music curriculum, is that they continue to make music for the rest of their lives, and we give them the tools to do that. Their journey and their musical growth, and I've seen some of them since kindergarten, believe it or not, it's really been quite amazing. So I'd like to thank all of our seniors at this time as well. You guys are amazing, and thank you for all your contributions. A special thank you to Mr. DeMeo for addressing our sound and lighting needs, and also to Mr. Damian Andrews, Andrew, the Darien Foundation, the Darien Athletic Foundation for recording this evening's performance for a live stream. And we're having a couple difficulties with that, but I think it'll be available for us to see at some later date. As you know, we're really very fortunate to have a very dedicated music teacher working with our choral students at Darien High School. He's dedicated his life to making music with young people. He's a wonderful musician and music educator. Please join me in thanking our Darien High School Choral Director, Mr. Christopher Andrade. And now, please rise as the combined Darien High School choruses perform our national anthem.
Thank you very much. We had some amazing experiences in Washington, D.C., and a couple times over the course of the evening, I'm just going to share a couple of those with you. And one was, we got to sing that at some really significant locations, including in front of the Marine World War II Memorial, popularly known as the Iwo Jima Memorial, the raising of the flag, and that was something really special. And also, we got to sing it at Fort McHenry, which, if you know your history, the poem that later became our national anthem was originally titled "The Defense of Fort McHenry," Sir Francis Scott Key was watching the siege of the fort from a cell he was being held in on a British ship, and wondered whether the flag was in fact still flying, and the sight of it flying in the morning sun let him know that our side was not yet vanquished. So to get to sing that in the place that inspired the writing of it was really something special. Among the centerpiece of our activities there was something called the Heritage Adjudicated Music Festival, and we're going to open our concert choir set right now with the song we used to open our adjudication set, a 16th century madrigal by Thomas Morley called Sing We and Chant It.
Sing we and chant it while it doth grant it, la 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 la. Sing we and chant it while it doth grant it, la 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 la. Not long you've lasted, then old age hasted. Now is best leisure to take our pleasure. La 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 la. La 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 la. Not long you've lasted, and old age hasted. Now is best leisure to take our pleasure. La 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 la. All things invite us now to delight us. La 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 la. Invite us now to delight us, la 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 la. Let care be packing, no breath be lacking. Let's spare no treasure to live in pleasure. La 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 la. And care be packing, no breath be lacking. Let's spare no treasure to live in pleasure. La 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 la.
And because we are Darien High School, we couldn't go to a competitive festival without coming home with some hardware, right? So. The choir's performance was good enough to earn them an excellent rating, a silver, and take second place in their division. They got wonderful comments from the judge. In fact, 2 of the 3 judges had them only 1 point out of the gold rating, the highest possible rating. So really, really proud of what this group has accomplished this year from the time we came in August and first opened our mouths to make sound to what we're doing now. We got some wonderful feedback and coaching from the judges that can let us continue to work. One of the other joys of doing this particular festival is that we're allowed to watch the other competitors. And we saw some really fine groups, including 160 voice middle school that we all agreed, both concert choir and tutors, that they can give us some lessons in dynamic contrasts. They were really, really good. We saw an excellent women's group. We saw a chamber choir that was absolutely terrifying in its intensity in the spoken word piece. So it was just great to share music. And although it's a competition and there's awards and there's places, at the awards banquet, everyone's clapping for everyone else, and then they have a big old DJ dance on the floor, and everyone's dancing together and celebrating everyone's success, which to me is really what we do is all about. So again, very proud of these young men and women, and I'm going to stop blathering now, and we're going to continue. There's program notes printed in the program so you can get a little information about each piece. We'll continue with the Ash Grove.
friendship. Ahava, ve'ahava, shalom, ve'eruth. We wish you love, we wish you brotherhood, we wish you peace, we wish you friendship. Ahava, ve'ahava, shalom, ve'eruth. Ahava, ve'ahava, shalom, shalom, ve'eruth. Ahava, ve'ahava, shalom, shalom, ve'eruth. We wish you love, we wish you brotherhood, we wish you peace, we wish you friendship. Ahava, ve'ahava, shalom, ve'eruth. We wish you love, we wish you brotherhood, we wish you peace, we wish you friendship. Ahava, ve'ahava, shalom,
As Mr. Sadlin said, acknowledge the outstanding contributions of our seniors. This year we have one senior in this group. She kind of flitted in and out of choir through her high school career. We had her as a student, then she was out, then she was back in, and she came in, and this year has had just the most outstanding senior year. Not only has she grown so tremendously as a performer and just as a member of the group, she's kind of been a mother hen nurturing all the younger singers in here. And you'll hear her as a soloist in this next piece. But right now we'd like to recognize Miss Sarah Longo.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Okay, you may have seen that we title this concert the Spring Awards Concert, and that's because we give out some awards. And one that we've given out is affectionately known as the Rookie of the Year Award. Officially, it's the Outstanding Freshman Award. And this is probably the most difficult year I've had in choosing someone to award this to. Not because I couldn't find one, but because it was really difficult to decide. As you see, we have freshman soloists, we have freshmen who help out with sectional rehearsals, we have freshmen who have done wonderful things for the program in so many ways that honestly this could go to any number of people. But there's someone who, in an odd way, I think, stood out by not standing out. Someone who never called attention to herself in any way, but just anytime you looked over in her direction, she's doing the right thing. She's always attentive. Gives really a lot of attention and detail to her craft as a singer, as a member of the choir. And it is my pleasure to award the Outstanding Freshman Award to Miss Samantha Bellingham. And one of the things we like to do here, as you can see, is we like to program a real variety of music, things from different eras, things from different styles. And sometimes I don't know how a piece is going to take a group. This is one from a more obscure musical, an older musical. It's a challenging song. It's got lots of things going on at once. It's got kind of Baroque harmonies, but jazzy rhythms. And I kind of passed it out as, well, let's just see how we like it. And did we decide we like this one?
Yeah.
It became the song where at the end of class, even, as the clock is ticking closer to the bell, they say, but we haven't sung Rhythm of Life yet. They asked to sing it in class. So it is our pleasure to close the concert choir's set with, from Sweet Charity, Rhythm of Life.
Sunday, feeling mighty low and kind of mean. Suddenly a voice said, go forth, neighbor, spread the picture on a wider screen. And the voice said, neighbor, there's a million reasons why you should be glad in all 4 seasons. Live the road, neighbor, live your worries and strife. Spread the religion of the rhythm of life. For the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm on the inside, rhythm on the street, and the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. The rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm on the inside, rhythm on the street, and the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Go, 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 go. Tell them on the street, and the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Go and spread the gospel in Milwaukee. Take a walkie-talkie to Rocky Ridge. All the way to Canton and to Scranton, even to another Hampton Bridge. You will make a new sensation, have a growing congregation, build a glowing operation here below. Like a pied piper blowing, leading, keep the music flowing, keep the rhythm going, go, go, go. You will make a new sensation, have a growing congregation, build a glowing operation here below, go, go. Like a pied piper blowing, keep the music flowing, like a pied rhythm, go, 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 and go, 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 go. Flip your wings and fly up high. Flip your wings and fly up high. Flip your wings and fly up high. Fly, fly, fly up high. You can do it if you try. You can do it if you try. You can do it if you try. Try, try, try to fly. Like a bird up in the sky. Like a bird up in the sky. Like a bird up in the sky. Fly, fly, fly. Doobie, 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 doobie. Doobie, 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 doo. Doobie, 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 well, the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm on the inside, rhythm on the street, and the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. For the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm on the inside, rhythm on the street, and the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Go, 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 go. Tell them everything you know. To feel the rhythm of life, to feel the powerful beat, to feel the tingle in your fingers, to feel the tingle in your life, life, life. Maybe you've got the rhythm, 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 rhythm of life.
How many of you in the parent population, when you were little or littler, okay, high school age, remember the long field trips for buses and everything? You remember that? Okay. A weird thing has happened in the past decade or so, and that is those, bus trips where the seniors ran to the back of the bus, and we had sing-alongs with boom boxes, and people are playing Truth or Dare in the back and whatever else. Okay, they got really quiet. All of a sudden, everyone's gotten earbuds in, and they're looking at a screen, and it got really, really strangely quiet. And that's been, for about the past 10 years, my experience chaperoning trips. In one way, it's kind of peaceful. It's not annoying. I'm not yelling at anyone. On the other way, we're missing something of that interaction, because some of the best memories I have those field trips had very little to do with whatever we were going on the field trip for, whatever museum or music festival or whatever. It was those interactions. And all the chaperones and I sitting in the front of the bus had the weirdest sense of deja vu on this trip, because from the minute we rolled out of the parking lot, they're all talking to each other and engaging and interacting and singing songs together. And normally I would say, no, don't sing on the bus. You got to save your voices, wait till the ride home, then you can sing. But oddly enough, they were singing healthy and in tune and harmonizing, to the point where one of the chaperones looked and said, I would pay money for this. It's like a little concert back there. And the playlist was really amazing too, because it was all the same stuff I was listening to on the bus when I went up. We had all this classic rock and pop and stuff, and we had everything from Billy Joel and Elton John and Journey. Bohemian Rhapsody maybe got a little loud and raucous, but other than that, and Dancing Queen was the other one. So that gives us a nice segue to this group, which is a completely student-directed ensemble. They pick their own music, they do their own rehearsals, they come up with their own interpretation. So it's my pleasure to introduce the DHS Student A Cappella Ensemble.
I was cheated by you, and I think you know when. I've been cheated by you, I've been cheated by you. So I made up my mind, it must come to an end. It must come to an end, it must come to an end. Look at me now, will I ever learn? I don't know how, but I suddenly lose control. There's a fire within my soul. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya? Mamma mia, does it show again? My, just how much I missed ya. Yes, I've been broken hearted, blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go? Mamma mia, now I really know. Why, I should not have let you go. I was angry and sad about the things that you do, about the things that you do, about the things that you do. I can't count all the times that I've cried over you, that I've cried over you, that I've cried over you. And when you go, when you slam the door, I think you know that you won't be away too long. You know that I'm not that strong. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya? Mamma mia, does it show again? My, just how much I missed ya. Yes, I've been broken hearted, blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go? Mamma mia, now I really know. My, I should not have let you go.
Okay, as the tutors take the stage, we'll talk a little bit more about the hardware here. So the tutors got a gold rating, the highest possible rating. What they did not get was any kind of first place, second place, anything like that, and that's because they were the only choir in their category and division. We were the only chamber choir from a Division 3A school. It's based on student population size. And one of the things I like about the Heritage Company is they don't give rankings if there's no one to rank, because it's not terribly educational. I remember being in marching band competitions and coming back with this giant 6-foot-tall first place trophy when we were the only band in that division. It didn't feel very good. You know, we had this big thing, but who knew what it actually meant? But we were very happy with our gold rating, especially when we saw the caliber of the judging staff. The first name was an instructor in choral music, an adjunct professor from George Mason University, very respectable, kind of par for the course for these. They get a local university choral guy in, and he was our clinician, gave us absolutely great feedback. Then at the next name, I raised my eyebrows. It was Mr. Joseph Cerruti. I raised my eyebrows because I know that guy. He is a clinician and frontline director with the International Barbershop Harmony Society, which is something I actually do outside of here, and he is one of the top clinicians in the country for youth choirs. He was our concert choirs clinician, and was wonderful in working in general effect and presentation. And for the third judge, my jaw just about hit the floor because they said the name Frank Albinder. Frank Albinder is, without exaggeration, probably the most in-demand choral clinician, not school groups, not even for college groups, but for other professional choirs. He was a member of the group Chanticleer when they incorporated as a full-time professional choir. He was their director when they won their first Grammy Award. And the guys in Chanticleer, when they tour and they're in the DC area, they're all on Facebook posting pictures of, we got to meet with Frank Albinder. And they get all kind of like fanboy over him. And we get all fanboy over Chanticleer and fangirl over Chanticleer, so it's okay. We like to joke sometimes we're a Chanticleer cover band. Because they do such a variety of literature from Renaissance to gospel to contemporary. And so we kind of model ourselves on that philosophy in what we'd like to do. And as a matter of fact, this piece we're going to open our set with by Gerald Finzi, the first year that we hosted the Chanticleer Youth Festival. This was actually Chanticleer's opener. I don't know if you guys knew that one. It was the title of their tour that year, My Spirit Sang All Day.
My spirit sang all day, oh my joy, nothing my tongue could say, only my joy. My heart an echo caught, oh my joy, and spake, tell me thy thought, hide not thy joy. My eyes can peer around, oh my joy. What beauty hast thou found? Show us thy joy. My jealous ears grew whist. Oh, my joy, music from heaven is sent for our joy. She also came and heard. Oh, my joy, what said she? Is this word? What is thy joy? And I replied, oh see, oh my joy. And I replied, oh see, oh my joy. 'Tis thee, I cried, 'tis thee. Thou art my joy. Yesu kadobiune Jadolokoro kadobiune Emma Yesu emma kadobiune Yesu kadobiune Jadolokoro kadobiune Emma Yesu emma kadobiune
So that was our adjudication set. And like I said, it got a gold rating. We were very pleased with it, especially, as I said, given the caliber of judges. And we didn't get a ranking, and that was okay. So here we are at this awards banquet. They have guys dressed up as Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson handing out all the awards, because of course they did. And, you know, we were all having a good time, and there was this one school there that must just have a monstrous music program. I think they brought something like 7 ensembles, and they kept getting called up again and again and again and again and again. And you know, so everyone would say, all right, well, they've swept, you know, everything they have, so that's great. And then they start to give out the adjudicator awards. And the adjudicator awards are given to the highest performing ensemble of each type, regardless of category or division. So in other words, if you're a marching band, a jazz band, a concert band, any of those things from any size school, any age level, whatever the top scoring group in there takes the Band Adjudicators Award. So we're announcing the Choral Adjudicators Award, and I think we all as one pretty much turned over to Leonia, and we're ready to clap for them when they announced the Darien High School Tutor Singers. So of all the outstanding choral groups that were there this weekend, these fine young ladies and gentlemen were the top performers. And not only did we get that lovely trophy to take home, but it means that we have an invitation to a Festival of Gold, an elite invitation-only festival, and the chance next year, we'll wait a little bit, next year to perform at Carnegie Hall. So that was pretty exciting. So as soon as those dates are released, we're going to start making plans, I think. And one of the reasons I think that this group did so well, besides their innate talent and their great work ethic and everything, is the true joy they have for singing. I already told you about the bus ride. The way we wound up in a scheduling was we straddled the judges' lunch break. So we had the concert choir on, then an hour with ostensibly nothing to do, and then the tutor singers set. And, you know, these are guys who have already been dragged around for a few days, been on a bus, you know, been in hotel rooms, you know, pretty tired. And they'll say, Mr. A, Mr. A, Mr. A, this is such a wonderful performance venue. Can we sing some of our other music in here just to sing it? Twist my arm, you know. So I said, well, I don't know. It's a judging situation. You know, it's kind of like a home court advantage thing. I don't know if they'll allow that. I'll ask. And I asked, and the festival coordinator said, well, how about if at the end, if they still want to do it, you know, they can sneak in there and do it. I said, okay, that sounds fair. And then the judges on their way to lunch said, let them do whatever they want. So we got to go in, and they, I mean, absolutely ran up the risers. I have documentary video evidence of this. Ran up the risers just with absolute glee to sing this next piece.
As
papers here. They don't just win accolades as a group, but also as individuals. I would like to recognize our members of the group who won acceptance and performed in the Western Region Honors Choir. We had Eleanor Chase, Henry Dominici, Juliet Kiernan, Elizabeth Matrano, Amina Mubarak, Kelly O'Connor, Caroline Orfanos, Ethan Schrader, and Henry Steinthal all performed in our Western Region Honors Choir. They had to independently prepare an Italian art song, sing it for a panel of judges, also do some sight reading and scales and things like that. And of those, we had more who went on to participate in the All-State Honors Choir, which they had to learn a new piece of music and do harder sight reading and do their scales again and things like that. And we actually had even more people than the names I'm going to read right now who made it in, but maybe because of conflicts weren't able to participate this year. But we had 4 students who went to All-State, had a great time. They were Eleanor Chase, Juliet Kiernan, Amina Mubarak, and Kelly O'Connor. So congratulations to them. And we also give our own awards. The highest award you can earn as a high school choral student is called the National School Choral Award. And it's awarded to someone who, let's see, I have it here. It's given in recognition of singular merit, ability, and achievement, of outstanding contributions to the success of the school vocal program, and of an unusual degree of loyalty, cooperation, and high qualities of conduct as determined by the music faculty, administrators, and others. And in this case, and others includes their peers, because a large part of this award is an anonymous poll, a vote taken by all the members of the ensemble. And it is my pleasure to present the National School Choral Award for the 2018-2019 school year to Ms. Evelyn Slode. And as is true with the freshmen in the concert choir, it's difficult to pick just one person who's outstanding. There is another award that we give called the Director's Award for Choir, and usually that's given to an individual who has contributed to the choir maybe in other ways, including performance certainly, because they wouldn't be up here on these risers if they weren't outstanding performers, but for contributing to the group in other ways. And this year, after much deliberation, I elected to give it to 2 individuals. And one of these has been a stalwart choir member all 4 years that she's been here, whether in concert choir or in tutor singers, having risen through the ranks as section leader, assistant section leader, can be counted on just to bring in energy to everything she does. And we have lots of students here who are passionate about music. I don't know that I've ever met anyone in my life as passionate about every component of being a human being as this individual. Passionate about music, passionate about art, passionate about social justice, passionate about literature, passionate about just what's going on in the world. And so one of these awards is going to Miss Amina Mubarak. And the second award is going to someone who had a little bit of a different arc through the program. He was a little bit late to the party as far as singing in a choral ensemble. I knew him tangentially through his older brother, who had done some work for me in the realm of music technology. I saw him on stage playing some absolutely hysterical comic relief roles in the Theater 308 dramatic productions. And I said, who is that kid, and can we get him in this room, because I'll bet he'd be good on stage. And I said, oh yeah, he's a really good singer too. And he came in, and he was just as funny as his roles in the 308 productions led me to believe. But on top of that, he also has his own passion and his own innate leadership abilities that have earned him the respect of his peers. And so while he makes them laugh, they also know exactly when it's time to get serious, and I can always count on this individual. He has been an absolute rock this year in running the class and getting things going. If something comes up and I have to be elsewhere, I count on him to say, can you do this? Can you take care of this? Took his job as a section leader extremely seriously, and is a fine performer as well. And it's my pleasure to award this to Mr. Henry Steinthal. And we have several outstanding seniors. A few of them, the names I'm going to read, you may be searching from up here. They couldn't be up here with us tonight, but we still value their contributions so much. So I'm just going to read the names of all our Tudor Singers seniors. Grady Allen, Charlotte Campbell, Andrew Donovan, Ava Ganser, Gabrielle Heighton, Isabel Hole, Mackenzie Latour, Amalia Madriaga, Amina Mubarak, Kelly O'Connor, Caroline Orfanos, Christian Penudo, Lauren Picard, Evelyn Slode, Aidan Smith, Henry Steinthal, and Camilla Sucre. These 17 seniors have really really set the bar pretty high for all the rest of you guys. I don't know. So we got a lot of work ahead of us, but it's been wonderful to have that many of them in here who bring their wealth of experience and all that. So one of the things I really love about this group is that they do express their joy of singing in so many ways, whether it's a song like our opener, which has the word joy about 37 times in it, or something where that joy comes through in something as somber and deep as that Ave Verum Corpus, or whether it's something as kind of silly as what we're about to do. When I passed this one out to them at first, a couple of them who know their Irish folk music said, oh, I love this song. I believe the exact quote was, it's a bop. Okay, so that was from our resident Irish step dancer. And then they noticed, what are all these funny little markings underneath? I said, oh, that's the body percussion parts. And it was kind of like, what you talking about, Andre? But they've worked really, really hard at this one to make it look like it's not hard work, but just absolute fun, and I think it is, and I hope you enjoy this.
My mom, when I get home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair and they steal my comb, but that's alright till I get home. I'll tell my mom when I get home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair and they steal my comb, but that's alright till I get home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3, please tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. Knock at the door and ring the bell, hey my true love, are you well? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. Knock at the door, ring the bell, hey my true love, are you well? Tell my mom when I get home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair and they steal my comb, but that's alright till I get home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3, please don't tell me who is she. Down she comes as white as snow, rings on her ears and bells on her toes. Our Jenny Murray says she'll die if she don't get the fellow with the roving eye. Down she comes as white She's as sweet as the moths of a pie, and she'll soon get a new fellow by and by. She's as sweet as the moths of a pie, and she'll soon get a new fellow by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell them all when she gets home. Let them all come as they will, it's Albert Mooney she loves still. I'll tell my mom when I get home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They won't like hair, they steal my comb, and that's alright. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of the best. She is 14, 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she? She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of the best. She is 14, 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she?
It's my pleasure to represent the music department and give out this next award. The subject of our curricular focus theme this year has been the music of Leonard Bernstein. Early in the year, our music teachers got together and decided that we're going to change the name of our Darien Outstanding Musicianship Award, which we've had for many, many years. We're changing the name of that now to the Leonard Bernstein Outstanding Musician Award. In his long career, Leonard Bernstein made an indelible mark on the music world as a conductor, a composer, and a teacher. This award will honor students whose musical contributions, dedication, and creativity set them apart as deserving of the highest recognition for their achievements. For exemplary contributions of outstanding musicianship to the music program and to the culture of Darien High School, this person has consistently demonstrated and shared an uncommon depth of knowledge in the area of music and has greatly benefited our entire music program at Darien High School and in the Darien Public Schools. By consensus of the Darien High School Music faculty, our first Leonard Bernstein Outstanding Musicianship Award is hereby awarded to Evelyn Slode.
It was kind of an easy choice to make because Evelyn, like Leonard Bernstein, has distinguished herself in so many domains. She plays oboe in the band, not an easy thing to do in the wind ensemble, has been an outstanding singer, has several extracurricular musical pursuits, but like Leonard Bernstein, is also composed. She did original settings of Shakespeare songs for a 308 production, and then, like Leonard Bernstein, directed them and taught them and educated people. And we're looking forward to hearing more from her through the years. It's a name to watch, I think, in the musical world. So congratulations. This last selection for tonight, we've already had a couple of songs that in any other concert probably would have been the closer, right? Sigala Gala or that I'll Tell My Ma. But we all agreed that this just had to be the closer, not only because we've been studying the music of Leonard Bernstein, but because it speaks to us on a level that's just so much more than even the beautiful music it is. For those of you not familiar with the musical Candide, based on Voltaire's novella, essentially the protagonists have gone through 2 hours worth on stage, but a lifetime's worth of picaresque misadventures, chasing after various philosophies and wealth and love and happiness. And I've kind of been stymied at every turn. And they finally come to the conclusion that the only thing left for them to do, as Voltaire said, is to cultivate our garden. In other words, whatever circumstances we come from, whatever our background, whatever talents we may possess, whatever life has handed us, it falls to all of us to work to leave the world a little better place than we found it. And I think that's a powerful message for all of us. And I'm so proud of these guys who I think just by their hard work and performance do leave the world a little better than they found it. And so it's our pleasure to close this evening with Leonard Bernstein's Make Our Garden Grow. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. Thank you for your support throughout the year. We hope you'll join us at the end of May for our small ensemble concert to see a whole bunch of student-directed performances. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the evening.